Hey, so I just finished watching Soul and I'm in love. It put me in the mood of Inside Out. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was another Disney Pixar film, but it was based on like the emotions of this little girl. And that's how Soul was. Soul is definitely one of those movies where I feel like kids can watch it, adults can watch it, because I enjoyed it. I actually watched it by myself. So Jamie Foxx is the main character. He plays Joey Gardner, who is this musician. He's a music teacher, but he really wants to like land a role as in a band, right? So one of his students, his former students, calls him's like, "Hey, I'm with this singer. She's like a big time singer in a band that Joey really admires." And so the student was like, "Hey, come down here, audition." He auditioned. She ended up liking him, so he was like really happy, excited, running through the streets of New York. Ended up falling and dying. He fell in like a something, one of those construction holes, and so his soul went to he was trying to his soul was trying to get him to the great beyond, but he wasn't ready to die, so he ended up falling, going through the galaxy, the universe, and ended up in what is called the great before, where the souls are before they go to their bodies. So basically, in a nutshell, he ends up teaming up with this little soul who um, has never gotten a body because she doesn't want a body, and they've had all these mentors trying to get her geared up for her life, but she doesn't like it, so she's always failing. So throughout the movie, I don't want to tell too much, but basically he does make it back to Earth, only the soul is in his body and his soul is in a cat. So he's guiding the soul that's in his body throughout the movie, like, through his life and all that. Um, but anyway, what I liked about this is it's something that it actually spoke to me, because during the movie, Joey realized he thought his life was so mundane because he wasn't in a band. He wasn't this popular musician, but he realized looking back, he had a good life, to just stop and smell the roses, literally, sometimes, to just stop and enjoy life and not be so, I have to do this, I have to accomplish that. And that's something I had to learn. I'm really big on myself about accomplishing things. I need to do this, check off the list and all that. So some of the things that I liked about the movie, I definitely feel like they got black people right in this movie. I need to look up who directed it, um, and like some of the writers. But I think what I mean by they got black people right is I really felt it was natural, like the barbershop scene between Joey and some of the parishioners in the barbershop, the barber that cut his hair. It as a black person, when you see authentic black culture in a Disney film of all things, it makes you feel good. And it's something that only other minorities can really understand when you're watching a movie, especially from a franchise that has generally, I'll say this, Disney has throughout the years been good with trying to have different cultures in the movies, like Mulan, Aladdin. I'm gonna throw Lion King in there, even though they were all animals, but you still had a diverse cast. Um, what's that movie? Moana. So Disney's getting good at that. But to see like a dominantly black Pixar film and such a great message too, it just, I feel like it was a good family film. What I mentioned earlier about it reminding me of Inside Out is Inside Out was uh, it was good in that sense where it was talking about your emotions, your mental state. This is something we don't really talk about, especially in kids shows. My daughter's, going to be a teenager this year, so I don't really know what the kids shows are doing now, but I know when I was coming up and when she was coming up, it was really just more so about teaching kids, stuff like how to share their A, B's, and C's. I didn't see much about their mental state, their emotional state. And I'm glad that we are exposing that to children now, because they need to know about that. They need to know about, okay, depression and things like that, because these are things that children experience and they might not even know what it is. I, for one, was a child that suffered from depression, didn't know what was going on. I just thought that's just how life was for me anyway. So I do appreciate soul movies like Soul, talking about, slow down, enjoy life. Um, I can appreciate a movie that entertains plus teaches at the same time. So definitely, I got Disney Plus just to watch that, and I'm gonna cancel my subscription after a month because I'm cool. I have way too many streaming services as it is. So anyways, y'all have a great day. Again, Soul is on Disney Plus. It's about, after tax, it's about $7.65 if you subscribe. So get down in them comments. Let me know what you think if you have seen the movie. If you haven't, still let me know what you think about this video, what I've been talking about, all right? Y'all have a good one. Peace out.